Hey, look here. This is Noodle, and you're gonna watch this because this is On Approach, episode 15.
63, climb maintain 13,000.
13,000, Tempo 63.
463, contact the New York Center 128.3.
28 just with 63 there. Hello, Captain.
On Approach is a weekly flight sim and aviation enthusiast podcast covering the week's top user-submitted stories, posts, and news on theskylounge.tv. Thank you guys once again for another great week of news posts on the website. We invite you to continue doing that for next week's episode. But for now, let's get started. From the top, we've got a full stack today. We've got Mr. Wait, what? Why was I looking at my bubble? I was looking at my bubble, sorry. Mr. Brian, a.k.a. B. Crawley57.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Mr. B. I can't believe I wasn't recognizing myself. I was staring at my bubble and saying, what's his name? But it was me.
What a
You tired, bro.
Fucking nuts.
Who's that guy?
Following Brian, we've got Pear, a.k.a. Pear On. Hello, sir.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Looking good there, my man. Looking good. Vape Nation. Then we've got Mark, a.k.a. Spark Smudge.
Hello there, captains.
Hello, Captain. I love that shirt, bro. I love that shirt. Can you tell us the story on that shirt?
Yeah, Mr. JC008 got these for the
JC008.
Cosford show.
That's right, for Cosford. Look at that, B. Crawley57. Nice, nice. And a new face, not on the channel, but a new face here on the show, which may or may not be a hint to the future. We've got MyNoodleIsCaramel, a.k.a. Ken.
Meh.
Meh. Meh. That's pretty much his attitude all the time, so it's very, very appropriate. Just about everything we're going to get excited about, he'll come in and just meh. Guaranteed.
Someone's got to put the bubble in the, put the needle in the bubble every now and then.
Yeah, exactly. And last but not least, definitely not least, we've got Keven, a.k.a. Keven. Wait, no, Keven, a.k.a. Live Sparks.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Good grief.
What's up, bro?
That's good.
Good to have you.
That's not much. I'm recovering from a few hours of troubleshooting computers and stuff.
Yeah, you lost the drive, yeah?
Not lost, but it did create a lot of troubles. So now I'm restoring some backups, and I have like 24 hours of restoring to do, but pretty much out of it. Yeah, it's
Party!
fun.
Party!
So
Party.
good fun, man. Yeah.
All right, moving into the top stories for the week. Kicking us off, a story submitted by B. Crawley57. Freestyle Edge, the ultimate split gaming keyboard. This was a Kickstarter project, I believe, and the first picture pretty much says it all. I think a lot of us have this wish, this desire to place something in the middle. For me particularly, it's my microphone or my digital tablet for editing photos. As far as HOTAS goes, I have kind of their split, so my keyboard sits in the middle. But this looks pretty dope, guys. What do you think?
I would like to try it.
Yeah.
But just seeing it, I see no use from my own perspective.
But you just want to try it?
I want to try it to see if what the fuss is all about. You know, it might be useful after using it, but right now I'm just comfortable with my keyboard. I have no reason to change it.
Right.
Looking into it myself, I can see advantages and disadvantages. I mean, obviously you can push it together and use it as a regular keyboard, and you can just use the left side just for your MMOing or your Call of Duty type games, first-person shooters, which is fine. But the thing is, it's still tethered.
Right.
If they can get rid of the tethering, so it's maybe Bluetooth or radio, so each half speaks to each other
Right.
independently, then you could just throw it on the bed, put it anywhere you want it. It's still not attached to your desk,
But where's the money? Where's the money if you release like the untethered version first, right? Like it's like this is marketing 101 right here. It's they probably made it.
I keep thinking that you'd be in bed with your keyboard, and you're like, well, okay, where's the other half of my keyboard?
Dude, you're laying down. You got one on either side. Yeah, bro. You know what? But from the marketing side, I bet you that cable doesn't even have anything in it. I bet you it's wireless.
Oh,
and just cut when the designer released it. And the CEO was like, no, that's version 2.0. Add a cable for 1.0.
But can you imagine the battery? One battery set is very annoying. Having two of them, I wouldn't stand it.
Everything's charged by USB nowadays, man. You just plug it in and charge it up.
Yeah.
I like the risers. The risers are really cool because you can get yourself some nice different angles. All sorts of versatile, angles for this. Mechanical keys as well.
Dangerous when you get angry. Very dangerous when you get angry, like nunchucks.
Look at this guy. Hey, we're missing our shades. Hold on, I gotta put on my shades, bro. Yeah. We need to look like this guy.
Bro.
But it's missing something.
In the video somewhere. In the video somewhere. He talks about the fact that you have like control panel in Windows, but you don't need to install it because it's handled by the keyboard. I just don't get the logic out of it. If there's an application on your computer, you have to install it. So I'm like, I don't understand what he tried to say.
Yeah. Well, he has no idea what to do with the right half of the keyboard here, if you see.
Yeah. It's just
nowhere to put it.
Yeah.
Where's the numpad? I need to change my views in Xplane, yeah.
That's a big one. That's a big one, Pear. It's an add-on. It's an add-on, bro. It's a third wire.
A third wire.
Third module.
Third module, bro.
Well, there's a lot of pros and cons to this. I like the idea of the split design. If you're a simmer, if you use a yoke, you can put them on both sides, which is a bonus for me. I do want to try this out. It is a first run, should this actually go into production, but it seems like it may. Depending on the price, the entry point, if it's no more than 120, I would be a little more apt to purchase it and to see how it is. But it's very niche, and so the longevity of it as well leaves a bit of unsurety for its longevity, because it's not anything that I just don't see it having a long life, with the emphasis on a lot of keyboards now that are aimed at the gaming market, which is a good test bed for things. I think that for your average gamer, this may not work. But again, it's very niche. Flight simming would be great to get around your controls. First-person shooter, you're primarily only using the left-hand side of your keyboard. Anyhow, it's a good thing. But when you jump into other genres of games, you may need the whole other right-hand side to include the number.
Yeah, so, as far as it being produced too, like they hit almost double their goal already. So they wanted a $50,000 goal. They're at $89,000, almost $200. So
I'm looking at those pledges. And it does say there, first edition, $125, US only.
Yeah,
so that's me and you out, Mr. B.
Wow.
Sorry, bub.
So
ask Edson to buy it. There's some spam in the email.
Yeah.
First run, if it sells, they get enough, I could see Bluetooth wireless in its future.
Yeah,
should it have longevity.
Definitely. All right, moving on. Next story. This one's submitted by Mr. Live Sparks. Dovetail abandons flight school. I'm going to let you take lead on this one.
See this coming? Did anyone see this coming?
Noodle is probably going to raise his hand first.
Yeah, Noodle saw it coming.
Yeah, he screamed about it.
It was something that we discussed on and off for a while, but just more recently. I knew this was coming. It was a clear sign. If you are one who's done a lot of gaming and paid attention to things and all.
Yep.
This was a given to me. You don't, in this industry, come out, boom, look what we got.
Nothing.
And that's what they did.
For months. Nothing for months.
Not a peep. I saw nothing. No one spoke on it. Nothing. It was a given. It was an undertaking they could
Someone's
not
mic
handle.
breathing. Sorry, somebody's mic breathing pretty heavy. Thank you. Go ahead.
I think it's something they could not handle. I think they realized too much for them. And on top of that, they're looking at the current offerings that are out there right now that are, in essence, kind of leaps and bounds ahead. You gave us a teaser. That's great. But you failed to press on, to give more information at least once or twice a month. At a minimum, once or twice a month, they could have given information as to the status of development. They failed. They also had a bad track record from their other games as well. So
I liked Flight School, man. I thought it was a good concept, and it still is a good concept. But I think that as far as trying to separate it out into a separate product, that was just a bad move altogether. I liked that they were doing it, but I thought it was a bad move to separate it out. Part of the magic of Flight Simulator X and previous versions was kind of that whole training stuff they had, like all the missions and the achievements and the learning experience. By doing this, they kind of removed that magic from the flight sim, because it made it seem like this was going to be entry level, and then you had to pay for something else once you are, a more experienced pilot or more experienced simulator, like we are. But it never had to be that way, because there's always more to learn. So people like you and I, we still benefit from some training here and there. I mean, I think they missed the mark, and it's good to see that they realize that, at least. I think they're going to roll in a lot of these features into the flight school.
Now, what they could do... Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
It was a useful, I guess, test bench for them to try out 64-bit, try out some new interface techniques, try out tons of things for the new sim out in the public. I guess that served as a test for the platform.
It was solid,
looking
too.
at it, yeah, well, looking at it, it was still buggy. It was still so close to FSX in so many ways.
Yeah.
That it didn't seem like a big leap for anyone. No add-ons supported, nothing. So yeah, the face was predictable.
Is this the same where Aerobask did the ground textures?
Yes, this is that. So it was by default out of the box. It had Aerobask FTX Global for textures, which made it that much better out of the box. Out of the box, it made it that much better. So really, really cool, man. But
I never saw the appeal of it for myself. Anyway, being a seasoned simmer myself, I just didn't see the appeal of it.
Right.
Well, we are not in the same categories as the target for this kind of
My final shot on it is, now they could save face. And
Noodle, you have more? You have more to say, Noodle?
Well, here's a little silver lining, I think. A little silver lining. Now, what they could do, if they wanted to save face and still produce something, make it a full-on like flight sim or flight training sim. Take what they already had, totally expand on it, make it a trainer. Make it something that, this is a flight sim, but the whole emphasis is really on taking somebody and you're being trained.
Yeah.
I think that could save a little face with what they have already, what we've seen. If they turn it into that, then they could have a product they could sell, and I think it would be worth it, because there isn't really a sim, well, the other two, maybe three, that are absolutely dedicated to training you. They have scenarios, like we've said, but there's not anyone who is truly based on taking you from 0 and then putting you in the clouds.
I wonder if
So
Mr. Max
that would be
Thumb.
enough.
I wonder if Mr. Max Thumb knows something we don't know. He says, "I wish I bought the game. It looked so good, but the future of the simulator looks good." I guess he's seen the flight sim. No, he hasn't.
What if the next simulator they're developing is still GA oriented? What if? What's going to happen, do you think?
If the next simulator is GA centric, like focused on it,
yeah.
I don't know.
If it's like an evolution of flight school, what if it was that?
I don't think that would be a bad thing. We still need something to recommend to people that are new. I don't think that there's a bad market for that. It's like when we're doing the live shows and people are coming in from like the variety streaming channels and stuff, and they're like, "What is this? And how do I like airplanes? What do I do? How do I get this game?" Like, I want to have an easy answer. Go and pick up this cheap product that will give you a taste of virtual aviation. It should be just exciting enough and just boring enough for you to make up your mind whether or not you like something like this. I think that would be kind of neat. And then they don't have to worry about those complexities either, right? Like of commercial pilots, and we want nav data, and we want updated this and SIDS and stars. Fuck all that. Here's your point-to-point flight.
Yeah, but you can still pick up Steam Edition for seven fucking quid every 2 or 3 times a year.
Yeah, but there's no doubt that this looked better than Steam Edition out of the box, though. Box for box, this looked better. Box for box.
And then unfortunately, the people who would get into it, they're going to demand that it look a little more modern, not over 10 years old. They want it to look good. Because unfortunately, a lot of gamers now, number one, does it look good?
I hope that they saved their map.
Everything else.
I hope they saved their flight planning, because the flight planning area was gorgeous. It was beautiful, that interface for doing a flight plan. All right,
Well,
Mr. B, any thoughts?
Yeah, I'm going to cut it short there.
Yeah, I did use it. I used it, but the only reason I used it was to test out 64-bit, really.
Oh, okay.
I saw
You
that
go.
as
No,
their
You just didn't want to You're the master.
Absolutely.
I got it.
That was, actually, that was before the issues.
He's the gatekeeper.
Yeah,
Mr. B, in your Xplane stream yesterday, how many times did you mention or VAS?
In an Xplane stream?
Twice, I think. Twice. And I said it's really nice to be able to focus on the flying and not the VAS monitor.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Next story. Just released MEX High Flight and MMZH. I am not even going to try and pronounce that name. International airport, quite obviously in Mexico. I like highlighting things like this because it's off the beaten path, right? It's not your standard KSAN, it's not your KSFO, your KLAS, your KLAS. It's off the beaten path. But being on the Pacific coast, this is a beautiful hop from a place like San Diego, for example. This is looking pretty good, man, and from a developer I don't own anything from.
Yeah.
You can go over there and get some nacho muchachos.
Some nacho muchachos. I'm gonna do some nacho runs, man. Wicker's gonna get excited about this.
Oh yeah, I think it's a great bit. We'd love to see how it looks in the sim. Should somebody get it? There's a lot of potential to expand your flying horizons for those who get out of the rut that is going to the same areas all the time. Some Twitch streamers.
Hey, look! Immersion!
Yeah. Yeah. So,
whoa.
This is something that people need to do. Go to places like this. Fly the world. Experience other places. And this is good stuff. And a lot of simmers miss out on really well done scenery because they're so caught up in the, like I was just saying, but this takes you out of your bubble.
That approach is absolutely gorgeous. That's a gorgeous approach for sure.
Two hills.
It really is.
City looks beautiful, man.
Yeah.
That lighting is nice too. All the edge lighting. It looks like a real cool airstrip for sure, man. And quality work. Looks like a combination of photoreal as well in there. So very Orbexy, if you will. Lots of ships. Look at that. The beaches look
Now,
great.
it makes me wonder if those are static, and like if the large ships are just static, and the smaller sailboats if they're animated. That
would be nice.
makes me wonder if they run like a pattern or something, or they have some kind of, they built something in where you really don't see them at night, but you see more at certain times of the day. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Absolutely
Give the sense
gorgeous.
of
Let's check out price point here. And we're in the $20 club. I like the $20 club.
Wow.
Speaking of the $20 club,
It's euros, by the way.
yes, but well, same thing, right? Isn't it $1 for euro? Like, isn't it still that or no? Or am I
No,
just
I'm Canadian.
almost.
so
almost?
Yeah, about $1 a change.
So, like, I on the website at the Sky Lounge, I added a new tag for $20 club. So when people share a scenery or a deal, they can tag it with $20 club, and we can build a growing list of add-ons in that beautiful strike area, which I call the $20 club, because that's just impulse buy, right? You look at it and you're like, fuck, 2 trips to Starbucks or this scenery. I'll take this scenery. So,
Yeah, but
$20
Mr.
club.
Edson, don't forget. Don't
Yes.
forget. You can get burned as well. So just check out the scenery you're going to buy before you put the monies down. Do you remember?
Do you have an experience to share, Mr.
Yeah, just some certain Kazakhstan airport. Yeah,
Really?
fucking pile of poop, man.
It did.
Absolutely, it looks like it was made by Lego. And some kid with some crayons, man.
He did. He got burned. He got burned pretty hardcore on that one, for sure. He was super excited. It was in the $20 club. You're right, though. The $20 club is also a little bit dangerous, right? Because some of the poop stuff is going to be priced in that same realm. So yeah, buyer beware as always. Do the research, but or just watch the Sky Lounge, because chances are we jump on just about everything that gets released. So somebody's going to fly it. Somebody's
like
gonna
Austin
fly it.
Powers says, I like to live dangerously.
Yeah, exactly. I like to live dangerously. All right, moving on. Next topic. This one's exciting. I'm actually going to let Noodle take the role on this one. Submitted by me. FlyTampa releases the first Las Vegas preview, and it's gorgeous. This is pretty freaking beautiful. FlyTampa, we know, does an amazing job. Noodle, what are your thoughts being a local?
I think there's a lot of potential to be there. I'm glad somebody else is doing it, because the first offering has a lot of issues that have not truly been addressed.
And the first offering, you mean the one by FS Dream Team, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
I liked it, but when there was, I can't remember which update it was to P3D, it really jacked it up. You had to do this ridiculous flip-flopping to make it work.
Right.
Delete a whole bunch of Belgian files and crap.
Yeah. You know, and on top of that, too, they were not very helpful, and it just seemed to be a crass about the whole thing.
They like to say that it was our fault all the time.
Yeah.
Love you, FS
very
Dream
much-
Team, but it's not always my fault, man. It's not.
Right. Yeah. I didn't care for that. So having been back and forth to McCarran a number of times in the past couple months, I'm really anxious to see how T3, the international side of it, looks, since it's newer. I'm really curious how it's going to stack up to what I see, you know, a lot. So I hope it's good. I hope the VAS is minimal, and you know, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And I just based on the shot that's available to me, it looks a lot sharper compared to the other offering.
Heck
It
yeah,
just
it
seems
does.
to be it's sharper, it stands out more, and there's, to me, clearly more detail. So,
It's so funny
Yeah.
how, like, you know, anytime a developer posts something new, the thread fills up with people asking for other things. You're like, bitch, I
That's
sell...
2004.
I just announced the best chicken in the world. Why the fuck are you coming to my thread and asking for ice cream?
Right.
I'm offering chicken here, man. Like, I don't understand. Like, people fill the damn chat with like, how about Africa? How about fucking this? How about that? And it's just like, dude, calm down.
Yeah.
Comment on what's here. Sorry, I'm looking out for you, FlyTampa. Looking out for you, man. I'll regulate if you need me to.
The cool
FlyTampa's
thing with
great.
FlyTampa. The cool thing with
to an
FlyTampa
approach
is
where
the-
it wouldn't be complete without an analogy from Mr. Edson.
I sell chicken, bitch.
The cool thing about FlyTampa is that they try to keep it very simple technology-wise. The oldest like FlyTampa scenery still works today with the latest P3D versions.
Yeah.
There's no whizzing around, there's no activation wizardry, qualt, background crashing all the time. It's very, very simple. You have BGLs, you install it, it works.
Yep.
So, thumbs up to FlyTampa for that one.
Yeah,
Definitely.
really looking forward
I
to
love
that.
their stuff. Yeah, I really like their products.
Yeah, moving on. Next story. The amazing Aerobask Eclipse 550NG released. This one submitted by Mr. B. Crawley 57. Mr. B, I'll let you take the lead.
Yeah, that's my second payware purchase for Xplane under my belt now, and both aircraft that I've purchased are from Aerobask. I'm very impressed with them. It's a new name to me. I wasn't familiar with the name before, but I flew it yesterday for the first time, full flight up to Edinburgh from Doncaster on stream, and it's a lovely aircraft to fly. Beautiful textures, excellent quality. Some nice features, like the one that's zooming in on there, where you got a little iPad.
Ooh,
thing.
is that a control panel?
Yes,
Yep.
it is, yeah.
What? Look at that.
Yeah.
Can you actually
There's a
control the
little one.
lights from there?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
Light shades, the cones, you can open and close the door. It's called the VIP panel. And of course it comes with the 750 and the 650 as standard, which works with your Navigraph installation.
So this
so the remote.
750 and 650 though, this is not the Flight 1 750 and 650.
No, this is integral to the aircraft.
So they recoded their own?
They have
Custom code.
absolutely recoded it, yeah.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Yeah, and it works really well. I've not yet come across a waypoint that doesn't exist in it.
Holy crap. And you said it uses updated Navigraph, so when you update it, it updates that unit?
Yes.
Jesus.
The thing is, with Xplane 11, you have to create a dummy folder, which is 430. I think it's called the 430 sat nav. You put a dummy folder in and you allow Navigraph to populate that.
Wow.
And that
Damn,
works
look
with
at that,
both aircraft.
dude.
There are some areas of the cockpit that I feel like the texture isn't right completely, like the air vents and stuff.
I just want to highlight this right here. They have weather inside the GTN.
They do.
That's tasty.
Yeah, we tried that yesterday, and it did work.
That's
Yeah, it
amazing.
does work.
And
It
this
really
is
does
showing
work.
the flight levels too, so it's like,
Mhm.
dang.
Beautiful.
Dang.
It seems like Xplane developers sometimes push the limit of things. Like we've never seen that in FS or P3D.
That's a noodle livery if I've ever seen one. This is
Just
all you,
about.
bro.
There's too much gold. Too much gold.
I'll take the gold wings, bro. No
But
problem.
if I knew how to paint, I would just paint the wings all red or take the gold and make it black.
Yeah. That's a good looking
I like
plane,
to
man.
piggybacking really quick on the nav data stuff. Unfortunately, right now, since Xplane has gone to 11 and they've changed the way they do their navigational stuff, it's a different type of system, so to speak. So a lot of stuff that worked in 10 that can work in 11, you do need that GPS, what's called the GPS 430, like Mr. B was saying there, to work. So all you're doing, you're just cutting it out, throwing in an 11. So until they fix it, I personally would recommend that you do not uninstall your Xplane 10 completely. Just, keep updating the Navigraph. It's not going to hurt you to leave 10 sitting on a drive and just pull it over once a month.
Apparently,
or depending whenever you do your update.
Apparently, only people in Dubai can afford this plane. Did you?
Yeah, I think it was
But
what,
look.
like some 500 million or some crap.
Jesus.
Look what you get for your money in this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is
Excellent value.
wicked.
You get a 750, 650. You get the Skyview, which is almost like the G1000, and it comes with a huge manual, and it's bloody working. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
working.
Hmm.
It's just amazing what you get for your money in this.
Beautiful.
And all the features within it on the Skyview alone, it can overwhelm you at first to figure it out, but once you learn it, it is a powerful system. I mean, bar none, this is the best system in either sim right now. The Skyview
Yeah.
system, bar none. I
Yep.
enjoy it.
I'll be switching to Xplane tonight.
So you say, for over a year and a half.
Gold,
Moving on.
more gold for the most refined of us.
Yeah, but you're not refined, Edson.
My livery, you find out why. I like this developer.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, cool. So price point wise too, that's
they're
not
French.
bad, bro. $40. You're not gonna find a jet like this on the P3D side for $40. I don't think.
You're not even gonna get a GTN 750 for $40.
That's such a
Yeah.
good point. Yeah, you make a good point.
Yeah.
Dude.
Basically,
Because,
yeah.
Yeah.
The 650 and 750 that are available for Xplane are $50 a piece. So you're getting like $150, $160 airplane if you base it on the base aircraft and having to buy separately the two GTNs. You're getting $150, $60 worth of aircraft for $40.
Right.
And you don't have the data as
Yeah.
well. If you
You don't
want
have
to
to worry
update
about data. Right.
Mhm.
And it's always updated if you have Navigraph or nav data. So
it. Yeah.
This
Way
is-
less
Mr.
expensive
Mr.
than
B
driving.
flew
driving.
this yesterday. Was it like to
Yeah.
fly? Actually, like to fly,
It's
Mr. B?
lovely. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. One of the things I found funny, and it may be X-Plane specific, I couldn't work out how to get the bloody switches to move. And what it was already bound to my switch panel. So I couldn't switch the battery on using the mouse. I had to do it on my switch panel.
Wow.
That took me
I'm
10
gonna-
minutes to suss out.
I'm
Dang,
going to
that's
plug
good.
my cameras back in.
All right, moving on. Next topic. This one submitted by Mr. Canuck Shaw. Simworks Studios F4B Phantom 2 for FSX P3D. So it looks like we're getting another Phantom. I currently own the Milviz one. And I don't know that I need yet another, but this thing is looking quite good, man. It's looking quite good. So Noodle, I know that you are also an F4 fan. Let me play this video for you and give your thoughts as you see stuff, man.
Yeah,
And you own the Milviz one as well, yeah?
correct.
Yeah. Let's do a sortie in that soon because I haven't flown mine nearly enough either.
So, from looking from the outside, because that's all we really can do, and a little bit of the in, based on what they're going to show in this video. Visually, yes, looks great. Looks great. Definitely does.
Not enough wear and tear there. This is an old
No.
plane, right? Like it's an
Yeah.
old plane. It should have
It's
a
too
bit more
clean.
wear and tear.
Right. Even the ones that were off the carriers, back in the 60s and 70s,
Yeah.
still had a lot of wear there, and they were grimy. So that right there, I mean, I could live with it, but I don't like it. If I'm flying a war bird, I would expect a little bit of wear and tear and usage. And looking on the inside, it's clean. This is like it came off the factory.
Right.
And that's
Factory
not right.
fresh.
Milviz version, right? The Milviz version looks like it has been used. That I like that detail. I love when any developer, no matter whether it's a Warbird, GA, what have you, show wear and tear
Yeah.
I think that's great. It gives you the element that it's been used, it's been flown, has some soul about it. It has seen some miles.
You see the
You
tie
don't see
downs?
that here.
It's interesting. It
Yeah.
looks like the launch maybe is handled by like parking brake mode being on or something. Or because look, it looks like they break away on launch. Watch. As soon as he hits launch, look, they break
Yeah.
away. Interesting. I don't know. It could just be like a
Yeah.
workaround or a hack to kind of get that launch effect going. I don't know.
Probably so.
But
But
good looking little aircraft,
Mine is-
dude. I mean, price point really is going to make the difference, right? Because the Milviz, you're going to compare it to this, and then you'll make your
Yeah,
decision on
and-
buying.
looking at the internals, what we can see here,
Tac pack is nice.
Yeah, I mean, having that add-on for any military aircraft is a cool thing. However, don't use that as a sell point. Sell
Yeah,
the
you wanna get the
aircraft
soul.
itself,
Well, coming in at
Yeah.
$57, you got to do your research, folks. Do your research. If anybody
Yeah.
out there owns this and the Milviz, by all means, please do comment in the channel below and let us know what you think, because none of us here currently own both, so we'd appreciate
I
that
was
very
actually
much.
going to say,
If-
Noodle, you have the Milviz one. Is that TAC pack enabled?
It is capable, yes.
It is capable.
hmm And
Yeah.
if you can go back to about 225, 224, well, about 225 in the video, and pause it there really quick. And this is a standout, and this is where it is an absolute no for me. And anybody else who might have that same kind of thinking. It's about 225.
The
Right
anything
here.
of-
So that's horrible. That's horrible. It's
yeah.
flat. It is completely flat.
But it probably
Right
is
there.
like that in real life, though. They didn't need fancy shit cut in the back. It's just a panel and
No,
throw
no,
some
no, no,
gauges
no.
in.
It's missing
No, no, no,
somewhere.
no.
Where
It's
is
just
it?
No.
missing wear.
Here's the thing. This is a flat texture, really. And the Milviz one, you see texturing. You
Oh,
see
I see what you're
3D
saying.
bits.
I see what you're saying.
The bezels are
Yeah.
off of the housing,
I see what you're
of that wall.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So for me, number one, you're gonna tell me I'm gonna pay basically $60,
Yeah.
and you're gonna give me that?
The
Yeah, I
only
see
thing
what you're
that
saying.
the only thing I would say about that is I'm not sure about the company. I've never heard of Simworks Studios. I
Yeah.
think this is their only project so far.
Yeah.
It looks
So,
like it looks like some additional research has to be done before you guys jump
I mean,
out
it
and
might
buy.
be brilliant. It might be
Right.
brilliant. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wait for our friend Rob Skip to get it, and
Yeah.
I'm going to hit him up and ask him how it is.
Definitely. Up
There's gotta
next,
be a guinea pig.
submitted by Mr. Canuck Shaw, the Land of 10,000 Lakes Scenery Mega Earth Scenery Package has been released. So it looks like this covers the area of Minnesota, the Land of 10,000 Lakes. Giving you photoreal scenery coverage for Minnesota in their V3 offering. Mr. Pear, you are kind of the resident ortho photoreal scenery expert. How does this compare with, for example, just tiling your own?
Well, it compares quite well. It's a very high res. Very high res. It's about the same res as we are doing for free in Xplane.
Mm-hmm.
But this one is retouched. That means you would see a perfect blend of colors all around. So you don't get tile edges
Gotcha.
with nasty color and stuff. So this costs money, yes. And
That
when it
does look
costs
good.
money, you expect it to be good. And this is very good for those who like the photo scenery stuff.
Yeah, I know Raven Raven
problem-
Galactic is a fan of this stuff, and it works very
Yeah.
well for him. Yeah.
The problem is the autogen,
Hmm.
the trees, the buildings, stuff like that. Apparently, I don't know of any packs that places autogen on top of the photo sceneries for FSX P3D. But there is a trick. You could do a trick for this, especially when flying at dusk dawn. And that is buying the night lighting textures from either Tabouret or someone else. And just place it.
Gotcha. It gives it a
That way
little
you
more
get
depth.
all the roads. And, yeah. So, but I might be mistaken. There might be autogen packs for this. So I'm not certain. Last time I checked, you couldn't get really good autogen for this. But the photo scenery itself is very good.
It would be nice if you could use the Orbex land class and have that sit on with the land class and just have the autogen.
That'd be so nice.
That would be nice.
That'd be amazing.
There might be some tricks.
Who knows? Probably if somebody, but when you're dealing with like Orbex, right? If somebody comes up with a trick like that, you're not telling anyone. You're not.
Yeah.
The last thing you want is Orbex to come down on you.
There are development tool right now being made to guess autogen, and the Nantucket Island was made with that tool.
Oh yeah, we covered that on an early episode. Yeah. That's right.
I guess it could be applied to this sort of scale as well, but I don't know. Maybe not, but I guess it would be doable.
$39. 39.
Another problem with this is since it's photoreal,
yeah,
and you get all those default airports. So what you get when you're coming in to land at, let's say, a remote airport, let's say a very small airfield with a asphalt runway, you get this runway offset to the photo scenery itself, so it looks very odd coming in because it's not perfectly aligned with the photo scenery. But I do think they actually do that. I think they do some correction to at least some of the airports in this.
So
I might be mistaken, but I think they do.
This is insanity. This is one state, man. 20 DVDs.
Basically 87,000 square miles. I mean, yeah, you can only put so much
20 DVDs for one state.
Who wants that? Why would you want a hard copy of that?
Yeah, no, download that for sure. But see, here's what sucks too, right? Like, you're talking downloading 20 DVDs. Bro, I'm getting messages from Comcast for reinstalling all my Orbex.
Like, but you can buy it off a USB drive, and you can order it with a separate drive, which they ship you.
Oh yeah.
And I do also think that it's actually.
Oh yeah, look at that.
With,
Plus one.
Yeah.
128 gig flash drive. Holy crap. Oh man, that's wild. That's wild.
With a $30 refundable, did I see that right? So it sounds like it's a $30 to cover the shipping until it gets there. You're gonna pay for that, and then you're gonna get it back. So if that's the case. But it's still. Anyways,
it is gorgeous though. It is gorgeous. Yeah. Raven uses it, and when he used V3, it was absolutely beautiful. So, much props to that stuff. The photo reel. Moving on. Icarus Simulations provides an update for Valencia for Xplane. This one is pretty damn exciting because Mr. Pear, what else did Icarus Simulations make?
They did Manchester, which is my favorite airport of all times, paver in Xplane. I absolutely love those guys. They really go into the details when they do stuff. They are quite new in the business, but the work they do is really good, and really good quality work.
Yeah,
I highly recommend those.
Absolutely beautiful, and definitely one we're going to keep our eye on for future updates, man. This is absolutely gorgeous. So Valencia, coming soon to Xplane. Looks like they're working on jetways, ground markings, and signs. Thank you, Icarus, for continuing to bring great products to Xplane. So there is one last but definitely not least update. This one coming in from Mr. Pear, Salt Lake City International.
Yes, yes. For the people who has been using Xplane for a while, we all know this guy. He's called Mr. X, and he has made some extremely good freeware contribution to the Xplane community. Naming a few.
Okay,
Yes.
We have San Diego, we have Los Angeles International, we have San Francisco International Airport and City, we have the Phoenix Sky Harbor,
Jeez.
Catalina Island, he has done Boston Logan, he has done the Portland International Airport, Juneau International.
He's
and
hitting all the
Windsor
major
Airpark.
ones. Wow.
Oh yeah. And he has made something which everybody should get who uses Xplane, and that is also made by him. It's called Airport Environment HD, which basically makes your airport and taxiway and runway textures looks awesome in 4K textures.
Yep.
Also, he has made a very good freeware library which he uses to enhance his airports. It's also free for you to use when you build your airports. And he just went payware now recently with Salt Lake City, which looks absolutely stunning.
Dude, that looks
I
insane.
highly recommend this guy, and he needs kudos for bringing all this contribution to Xplane. He's absolutely the number one man in this business.
Bravo, Mr. X.
Opinion.
And $25. 25 bucks.
Incredible.
Like, that's insanity, man. That's insanity. Thank you, Mr. X.
Yeah,
Thank you, Mr. Pear, for that.
I agree with Mr. Pear. If you're an Xplane user, you will have one of his airports. You will have downloaded San Francisco or something, and I would implore everybody to buy that airport and let this guy know that we want more.
Yeah.
This is a one-man show. Also, I'm stunned of how much work a one-man guy can do with stuff like this. These are not like mediocre airports, small ones. These are huge international ones. It's kudos to this guy.
It feels to me that sceneries might be, and that's just maybe that's wrong, but I feel like sceneries on Xplane are easier, not necessarily easier, but takes less time to make than on B3D/FSX.
It is.
The tools are better.
The tools are out, and they are made the tools freeware, and the tools are really good in Xplane for making airports.
Yeah.
So that's promising.
Easy as that.
All right, moving on quickly through sales. As far as sales goes, Captain Cheapskate is at it again. Mr. Strike Eagle 78 posting another amazing deal. You'll have to head over to the website to check that one out. We're running a little slim on time. Also, I do want to highlight that Aerosoft is currently doing their Easter sale. If you head over to Aerosoft's website, you'll see a big banner at the top for their Easter sale. More details also available in the forum using the sales tag over at the skylounge.tv. This will take us into our worth mentioning section. Things in here are typically just an update for products or release announcements for things we've already covered in detail in previous shows. Starting from the top, this one coming from the folks at Flight One via Ivana Fly. Ultimate Traffic Live soft release now available. It's out, guys. A much easier way of getting live schedules into your sim. Run out and scoop it up. I did have a very weird little problem with a DLL file. It seems to be sorted out. Obviously, like anything that's going to be in beta, you should expect issues. This is a soft launch. it is beta. You are a tester, a live tester. So take that word of warning and make your decision.
Can I just ask, how was the performance like on it, Mr. Eds?
Yeah, so the performance was significantly better than UT2, just having Ultimate Traffic 2. I was able to really crank it up at KSFO with all the stuff loaded. KSFO HD, Orbex NorCal, Orbex OpenLC North America, all that stuff loaded to where I actually saw plenty of traffic at KSFO and could still pan around at a decent frame rate where things weren't jittering. So definitely a performance boost to the live product that wasn't existent in UT2, because UT2 I had to make things fairly empty at KSFO to be able to get out of there. This one submitted by Mr. B. Crawley 57. Just Sim Luxembourg is now released. Head over to Sim Market to scoop that up. Utah scenery released for Aerofly FS2 as a free DLC. That's nice to see that they're doing a free DLC. You can scoop that up over on Steam. I think Aerofly picked up a little bit of steam after the announcement of Orbex, playing in the Aerofly camp, but I've not seen a mass movement to explore it. Mega Airport Frankfurt 2.0 updated to 2.11. This one brought to us by our friends at Aerosoft. Also, FTX ESSA Service Pack released. This one by our friends at Orbex via Ivana. And last but not least, German Airports 1 Stuttgart updated to version 2.0. This one brought to us by our friends at Aerosoft. Stuttgart. Well, thank you very much, everyone. Another wonderful show, episode 15. That's a wrap. Thanks to our hosts and a very special welcome and thanks to a new member here on the On Approach show, Mr. Noodle. Thank you, sir. A round of applause for Mr. Noodle. So, much love, everyone. Continue bringing us those wonderful topics at the forum at theskylounge.tv. Don't be shy. Drop by. We'll see you next time here on Approach. Ladies and gentlemen, Sky 5.
63, climb maintain 13 down.
13,000, Tempo 63.
63, contact the New York Center 128.3.
28 ready, just listening. Drink it in.